so amazing when the bomb was dropped. Within 2 weeks, they surrendered in August of 44. And that made it easier on everybody then because we knew even though we were still in service, we were not going to be hit by enemy fire.
Yeah. So what was America like when you came home from the war?
Well, everybody was happy. More than the 6th of the war ended in August. Then people were really happy. They said we had gas. We were allowed 4 gallons of gas a month. And that stopped the next day. The gas flew. People got their cars out. And it was real change. People were happy. And they didn't know what lay ahead in terms of, the war, the Cold War that was going to come in 47, 48.
So, did you get drafted, or was this?
No, see, I was in ROTC, and so we stayed right there because we were sort of in the Army. But we had ROTC notes, of course, you got credit for stuff. And what was supposed to be, you had 4 years of college ROTC, and between junior and senior year, you went out to Fort Sill to the artillery camp, the artillery training center. But because of the changes, we never got there, and so we had to do that later on after, we were through with that duty in jail.
How did your guns perform on the field? Well, I guess you're artillery, but how did the guns perform versus the Germans and the Japanese guns?
Well, the Germans had 88, and the Americans had 105, so there was a contest there between the two. And in other words, the German armory was strong. We didn't know much about the Japanese, but after the war was over, we saw some of our officers that saw their equipment said they were there firing equipment, not by one or as good as the U.S. in terms of so they were all three powers were getting ready for a long war. So it seemed.
That's a scary thought. Sounds like Germany really didn't want to go down.
No.
So were there times that you thought you were going to die?
Well, the one most dramatic was when they lined us up against the wall. On the night we were captured, 18th of September, and that was just in Northern. Unfortunately, they killed my first sergeant, and they killed my driver, but because I could speak a little German, I got, I think, a little better treatment. At least I didn't get killed, which didn't happen,
Can I interject? Did they kill him in front of you? Did you see them?
No, it was all, their troops come running in, and we were just 8 fighters, which is 8 guns, and we were searching everything, and sometime during that time, we were both killed.
Wow.
I think they were probably SS troops, and they were hard on us, but as I say, it turned out luckily all around.
Well, I'll say.
I was grateful.
So you were an artilleryman?
Mm-hmm.
So what was the experience like?
Well, we were, when we, in combat, we were always behind the infantry, quite a few miles, so you didn't really see who you were shooting at. It was like the Air Force, they were way up there, couldn't really see what was happening, so we didn't see the worst part of it, as we were fighting in front. But we stayed in France there after we came over, I said about the 20th, and we stayed there. And then we were pulled back to England, where we were in base, and then we twice went up to go away to Europe again, and it was canceled because Patton, the big general, was running things on the ground, was moving up through Holland, and they thought, the war would be over faster. But it didn't turn out that famous bridge too far. We're in Holland, where we were supposed to land. It was a mess. It was actually, I would say we were really feeling insecure because we didn't know what they were going to do, as long as you were a prisoner. And they kept us until, as I said, we finally escaped on D-Day, May 8th. Our troops around the border on the Elbe River there in North Germany, and they were told don't move until the Russians worked together, and instead of that, the Russians kept us sort of as a prisoner, for those week or so, 2 weeks after the war officially was over in Germany. We were still on duty. Everybody we had the Japan and Japanese war they were getting ready for and all that, and so time went very fast. So, not doing your job.
So what did you do for fun, like outside of the combat?
Well, they had troops come entertain, and I never was lucky enough to see them, but I saw a lot of pictures of them, movie stars and so on. And then they had officer clubs and there was some where they had music, and so there was an opportunity, to meet famous movie stars in some cases, or others who helped to help entertain the troops. It was easier. But as soon as the war ended, I said you could drive your car again, no more far as 5 gallons a month, and everything was back to normal that way, although we all knew that the war wasn't over.
Wow. So, would you rate your experience? How would you rate your experience? Was it good or bad or?
Well, I think it was fortunate, lucky. I was a very good outfit. Second Airborne, they were crack troops, and they had very high morale and everything, and they knew they were good and they worked good, and therefore we had high morale, and
That always helps.
yes, that helped. So that way people were optimistic and never thought it was over until the bombing was announced on the 6th of August, and then for the first time we found out what we had done in terms of atomic power, and therefore within 2 weeks after dropping the bomb, the Japanese surrendered on the 14th of August. And as I say, everything was better. You could drive your car and get it and all that. So, it was different from the period while the war was on.
So did you ever see anybody die right in front of you?
I saw a lot of dead people after, but you see, we were in the front, we were back. With the 105 howitzer guns. So the ones, I saw a lot of the dead ones on the fields and stuff, because we kept pushing Germans back, and that way they left their dead on the field sometimes. But you get used to that, it's war, and there are going to be casualties, and they're going to die, and so forth, and so you accept that.
The housings, those are the big ones. They pulled up.
The big. Well, they had the 105 is what we used. They had your big ones on a heavy tank. We had nothing to do with them. We were also supporting the airborne units, so they couldn't look the big things around the way they could. They said, I didn't want to fight.
So, how old were you when you entered the war?
Well, that's when I signed up for that college. I was 18. And then we went after graduating from Fort Sill in April 8th, 1944.
So, if you were younger or older, do you think it would have influenced you?
Yeah, probably. Maybe we would have taken less chances or had some concerns. But we were all young. We didn't have kids or anything, so it wasn't affecting us that way.
Was the war like it is on TV now?